You don't have to raise your hand, but answer a few questions to yourself. Did you make any New Year's resolutions? Did one or more of those include cutting out donuts and exercising more? Have you already given up on your resolutions? If you've answered yes to all of these questions, then for the sake of your health, watch this video, please. Hi, my name is Gabby, and today Shelby, Ashley, and I will be showing you how to plan a healthy meal. Let's start with the food pyramid. Everyone knows it because we all grew up learning about it. I doubt there's a single person in this room that doesn't know what it is. However, the food pyramid is no more. As of 2011, the United States Department of Agriculture released a new nutrition guide called My Plate. It features a standard plate that is divided into 4 sections: grains, protein, vegetables, fruit, and on the side, a cup of dairy. They decided to replace the food pyramid with My Plate simply because it gave a more accurate representation of what your plate should look like during every meal. They emphasize variety, starting with small changes in your diet and choosing food with less sodium and sugar. So y'all are going to have to cut back on the insomnia cookies and Chick-fil-A. I know it seems hard. I'm doing my best to cut back, so I would know. Anyway, I can tell you're also invested in what I'm saying, so go ahead and visit choosemyplate.gov as soon as class is over to learn more and create your own personalized healthy eating pathway.
Hi you guys, my name is Ashley. Today I'm going to be teaching you a lesson over how to eat healthier. We're going to start the lesson off with a couple of foods that you should avoid, such as refined sugars, heavy starches, excessive fat and dairy, and last but not least, alcohol. I know it sucks, we're college students and we want to drink, but you should avoid it. Now that I've told you guys about some foods that you should avoid, I'm going to tell you about foods that give us energy. These foods include water, ground turkey, seafood, shrimp, salmon, nuts, all your proteins, carbohydrates such as grains, fruits, vegetables. Examples of these would be brown rice, whole grain pasta, bananas, avocados, strawberries, sweet potatoes, spinach, or green beans. Now that we've learned about what foods we should eat and what foods we should avoid, we're going to discuss portion control. First thing first with portion control is everything is okay in moderation. We've heard this again and again and again, and it's so true because sometimes you do want that piece of cake or you do want that one drink, and that's important. You can have it. A healthy diet is balanced, it's rounded, it's okay. Next is variety is very important. Variety is important because if you're only eating 1 cup of oatmeal, a cup of leafy greens and chicken and steamed carrots, you're going to get tired of it. You're going to stray from your path. You're probably going to eat not good food. So variety is important. Try new things, see what you like, see what works best for you. Next is do not skip meals. When you skip a meal, it tends to happen that we overeat on our next meal because we compensate for the meal that we've missed, so just don't skip a meal. Next is know what your serving sizes do look like. 3 ounces of meat looks like a deck of cards, or 1 cup of breakfast cereal actually is the size of your fist. If you didn't know, now you know. Next is if you don't want to waste your time figuring out what does a portion of this or that look like, they do actually make portion plates that go ahead and portion out your food for you. It saves you time. If you want to do that route, you can. Next is we thought it was important to include your daily intake of carbs, protein, and fat, your percentages, which are for carbs 45 to 65%, for protein 10 to 35, and for fat 20 to 35%. The last thing for portion control is to make sure that you are drinking enough water. On average, you're supposed to have 8 cups a day. If you exercise, you drink more water. So our next section is eating healthy while eating out. We came together and found some tips for y'all. These include order off the kids menu if they will let you. Share your plate with a friend, or before your plate even comes out, if you know you're going to be tempted to eat the whole plate, go ahead and tell your waitress or waiter, hey, box up half of my plate. Just bring it to me in a to-go box so you're not tempted to eat the whole thing. You can choose apples instead of French fries. You can go for the baked option instead of the fried. You can choose a salad because at almost all fast food chains, they do offer some sort of salad. Pick the water instead of the soda or the sweet tea. And then last but not least, wait at least 30 minutes for your dessert. And if you do get dessert, pick the fruit, not the chocolate cake.
Hey y'all, my name is Shelby, and today we're going to talk about how easy it is to plan out the foods we eat each and every day for each meal. So, myself, I don't necessarily plan my meals, but I plan before I grocery shop. That way it's a little bit easier for me and I can stay on track with what I'm buying and what I will actually eat. So, my meals every day usually go about a fruit and some yogurt for breakfast. The fruit depends on what I can get on sale or what looks good at the grocery store. For lunch, I will either have a salad or some leftovers from whatever I had for dinner the night before, or maybe even just some lunch meat and a vegetable because I'm kind of lazy at lunchtime. And then for dinner, I like to make something that I can eat for usually 2 to 3 days because I'm not super big on leftovers, but I will eat leftovers. So I'll make something on Monday, and then I'll eat those leftovers on Wednesday so that I don't get too tired of that food. So something that's really important to think about when you're grocery shopping and planning your meals is that you want to buy stuff and cook stuff that you will actually eat. Creating this healthy lifestyle isn't easy if you're forcing yourself to eat something you hate. Now, that's not to say that it's not important to try new things, because variety is important, like we talked about earlier today. So remember, choose things you like. Now, today, we are going to create a lunch, a breakfast, and a dinner for just 2 days. So that's pretty easy, nothing too crazy, just to kind of give you an idea of how easy it can be. So let me show you. For breakfast today, I'm going to have some blueberries, some yogurt, and some granola. That is a vegetable, a grain, and a dairy. For lunch, I'm going to have a nice big old bell pepper, and just some turkey, and probably water, because I usually don't get all of that. You fill yourself up water, and you're bound to drink it. For dinner, I'm going to make a salad with shrimp and some other vegetables that I have left over. So that, to me, is an easy-to-go day. For day 2, I'll usually do about the same thing, but switch it up a little bit. So now it's your turn to decide what you want to make. We're going to give you just a few minutes to look at your My Plate and choose 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and 2 dinners, filling up your vegetables, grains, protein, fruit, and dairy categories. Now that we've created our meal plan for 2 days and gotten an idea of what it can be like to plan out what we're going to eat, I want you to each write down a goal. That goal can be something as easy as drinking more water or something harder like giving up sugar. So it's up to you. Some of the examples that our group came up with was that we're only going to have 2 sodas a week, we're going to have 1 green vegetable a day, we're going to fill up our water bottle 5 times a day, and we're also going to get more active. So take a few minutes and jot down what you want to change about your lifestyle.
Now that we've finished the lesson, let's recap what we've learned. Carbohydrates aren't bad. They actually help to give you energy. Smart choices can be easy to make. Don't fall for fad diets. Eat what you like, but eat junk food in moderation. Variety is key. Always remember that when you eat clean, you'll feel clean.